भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कभी कोमल हाथ प्रभु का, कभी बोझल हाथ प्रभु का, कभी कोमल हाथ प्रभु का, कभी बोझल हाथ प्रभु का। सब भांति करे कल्याण, पग पग रक्षा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कभी धन सत्ता बरसाते, कभी दीनता दे तरसाते, कभी धन सत्ता बरसाते, कभी दीनता दे तरसाते, कभी सुख दे स्वर्ग समान, कभी दुख सुविधा देते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कभी ज्ञान प्रभु ही देते, कभी बुद्धि ही हर लेते, कभी ज्ञान प्रभु ही देते, कभी बुद्धि ही हर लेते, कभी रख कर मूड अजान खुद पथ सीधा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। है रूप अनेक कृपा के, कभी जय कभी हार कराते, है रूप अनेक कृपा के, कभी जय कभी हार कराते, प्रभु का निर्दोष विधान कर को क्या क्या करते हैं राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम राम हरे हरे, राम राम हरे हरे, कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो, 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 हरि गुण गावो प्रेम से गावो, हरि गुण गावो प्रेम से गावो, प्रेम से गावो सब मिल गाओ, प्रेम से गाओ,
सब मिल गाओ।
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ। सुख में गाओ, दुख में गाओ, सुख में गाओ, दुख में गाओ, सुख में गाओ, दुख में गाओ, सुख में गाओ,
दुख में गाओ।
हरि चरणन में ध्यान लगाओ, हरि चरणन में ध्यान लगाओ, हरि चरणन में ध्यान लगाओ, हरि
चरणन में ध्यान लगाओ।
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, सदा
निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ।
राधा माधव, राधा माधव, राधा माधव,
राधा माधव,
राधा माधव, राधा माधव,
राधा माधव, राधा माधव।
राधे कृष्ण, राधे कृष्ण, राधे कृष्ण,
राधे कृष्ण,
राधे कृष्ण, राधे कृष्ण,
राधे कृष्ण, राधे कृष्ण।
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, सदा
निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ।
सीताराम, 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 ओ सीताराम, 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 सीताराम। हरि 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 बोलो, हरि 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 बोलो, हरि 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 बोलो,
हरि 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 बोलो।
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, सदा
निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ।
प्रेम से गाओ, सब मिल गाओ, प्रेम से गाओ,
सब मिल गाओ।
ओ प्रेम से गाओ, सब मिल गाओ, प्रेम से गाओ, निरंतर हरि गुण गावो,
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो,
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो,
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण
गावो। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। Devotees, now the time to make your offerings to Bhagwan Shiva and all the murtis. Then please come on everyone. While we singing Lingashtakam, make your offerings. Thank you very much. Om Shri Bhagavate Sri Mahadevaya Namaha. ध्यायेत नित्यं महेशं रजतगिरिनिभं चारुचन्द्रावतंसं रत्नाकल्पोज्ज्वालाङ्गं परशो मृगवरावीति हस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासीनं समन्तात् स्तुतं मरगणैर्व्याघ्रकृतिं वसानं विश्ववाद्य विश्ववन्द्यं निखिलभयहरं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्ग निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तद्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्ग। ॐ नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम
नमः शिवाय।
देवमुनि परवार्चितलिङ्ग कामदहं करुणाकरलिङ्गं रावणदर्पविनाशकलिङ्गं तद्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्ग। ॐ नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। सर्वसुगन्धिसुलेपितलिङ्ग बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्ग। ॐ नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम
नमः शिवाय।
कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्ग फणिपतिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसोयज्ञविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्ग। ॐ नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्ग पङ्कजहार सुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चितपापविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्ग। ॐ नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम
नमः शिवाय।
देवगणार्चितसेवितलिङ्ग भावैरभक्तिभिर्वचलिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्ग। ॐ नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। अष्टदलोपरिवेष्टितलिङ्ग सर्वसमुद्भवकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदरिद्रविनाशकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ
नमः शिवाय
सुरगुरुसुरवर पूजितलिङ्गम् सुरवन पुष्प सदार्चितलिङ्गम् परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय लिङ्गाष्टकमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन समोदते हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय बोलियो उमापति महा
जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु वस्तु अमोलक जन्म जन्म की पूजे पाए जग में सभी को पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो अर्जुन कूटे चरण लूटे अर्जुन कूटे चरण लूटे अर्जुन कूटे सतगुरु दकी नाम के बराया पायो जी मैंने भवसागर तरवायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो मीरा के प्रभु की दरनागर रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन
बोलिए सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय जगदम्बा मात की जय Devotees, as we all know, these days Bhagwat Katha is going on. Our respected Vyasji, Sri Rajin Balgobind ji with us. Today's last session. To manage the time, this time while offering is going on, those who have prasadam to offer, please bring your prasadam. And let's stand up please everyone as we pray for Bhog.
सुदामा के तंदुला
बिलनी के बेर सुदामा के तंडुल
बिलने की बेर
रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का।
रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का।
पाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का। पाओ मैया जी
मेरा भोग गरीब का।
दुर्योधन के मेवा त्यागे। दुर्योधन के
मेवा त्यागे।
दुर्योधन के मेवा त्यागे। दुर्योधन के
मेवा त्यागे।
साग विदुर घर खायो मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का। साग विदुर
घर पाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का।
पाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का। पाओ
मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का।
आपकी वस्तु आपके आगे। आपकी वस्तु
आपके आगे।
हम दीनन का कुछ नहीं लागे।
हम दीनन का कुछ नहीं लागे।
प्रेम से भोग लगाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का। प्रेम से भोग लगाओ मैया जी
मेरा भोग गरीब का।
पाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का। पाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब
का।
पाओ मैया जी मेरा भोग गरीब का। पाओ मैया जी
मेरा भोग गरीब का।
बोले जगदम्बा मात की जय। Devotees, while we are standing, we will welcome respected Vyasji. Hari Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल
बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल 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 बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो।
गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो गोविंद गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो। बोलिए राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। शिवांके बिहारी लाल की जय। हैव ए सीट प्लीज। थैंक यू वेरी मच। बोलिए सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय जय। ओम नमश्चंडिकाय नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। शिवतने वरिष्ठं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुकमलहस्तं शोभितं मोदकेन अरुणकुसुममालाभ्यालम्बोदरं तं मम हृदयनिवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। गंगातरंगरमणीय जटाकलापम् गौरी निरंतर विभूषित वामभागम् नारायण प्रियमनंगमदापहारम् वाराणसी पुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथम्। श्री काशी विश्वेश्वर सांब सदा शिवाय नमः। We have come to our concluding session of our Bhagwat Katha. We join together once again our 7th session and we chant the Govinda Damodara Stotram. Agre Kurunam Ath Pandavanam Dushasanenam Dhritavastra Kesha Krishna Tadakrosha Yanatha Govinda Damodar Madhaviti Govinda Damodar Madhaveti Govinda Damodar Madhaveti। Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhukait Bhare Bhaktanukambin भगवन् मुरारे त्राय स्वमां केशवलोकनाथ गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति वक्तुं समर्थोऽपि नवाति कश्चित् अहो जनानां व्यसनाभिमुख्यम् जिह्वे पिबस्व जिह्वे पिबस्व जिह्वे पिबस्व अमृतमेतदेवा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति सच्चिदानन्द रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्री बद्रीनारायण भगवान की जय, श्री अनंत पद्मनाभ स्वामी की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ जी महाराज की जय, श्री द्वारकाधीश भगवान की जय, श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार हरनो रघुवर विमल यशम जोदायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी द्रवौ सुदशरथ अचिर बिहारी। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। पवन तनय संकट हरणं मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय जय। व्यासाय विष्णु रूपाय व्यास रूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। श्री वेद व्यास जी भगवान की जय। मंगल मूर्ति भगवान श्री गणेश जी को प्रणाम करते हुए, श्री माता महाकाली, महालक्ष्मी, महासरस्वती, मां वैष्णवी को प्रणाम करते हुए, कैलाशपति शिव शंकर महादेव को प्रणाम करते हुए, we bow down to the Lord of Vaikuntha, Bhagwan Sri Lakshmi Narayana, who is no other than the Lord of Ayodhya, Bhagwan Sri Jagat Gurum. We bow down to my Krishna, your Krishna, the world's Krishna. We bow down to Bihari Ji. We bow down to our respected gurus. We take our blessings from our parents, Ma Bap. We take our blessings from our Diksha Guru, our Vidya Gurus, our Satguru. As we conclude a Saptaha of a Bhagavatam today, for me this is an offering of Shraddhanjali to my departed Gurus, an act of Shrad to offer the Bhagavatam in their honor. And to the Guru of all Gurus, Sri Hanumanji Maharaj, and to Sri Veda Vyasji, who was the priest of the temple, and all bhaktas who have gathered here this beautiful morning. For our concluding session, I welcome each and every one of you. Many of you have been here from the beginning of the Bhagavatam, and you would have seen यहाँ मौसम भी बदले, हवाएं भी बदले, संगी साथी बदले. So many things changed. We had sunny days, we had not so sunny days. We had a bit of a chilly days, and we had some very pleasant warm days. And on the concluding session of a Bhagavad, to have barish, to have barkha, to have rain, it's indeed a blessing. I could only pray that may Bhagwan fulfill all of your noble desires. यह मौसम भी बदले, हवाएं भी बदले, संगी साथी बदले, but there's one entity that does not change. Bhagwan does not change. He remains the same. The same Krishna, my dear ones, Parikshit Maharaj is listening about, is the same Kanha we call on today. Is the same Krishna who we glorify today. That same Krishna who is going to grant him mukti is the same Krishna who will grant us dharma, artha, kama, and moksha also. Bhaktas, we enter into the Bhagavatam, and let's pick up from where we left off last evening. Last evening, the blessed Lord got married. For some people, they cannot understand this. God got married? Does God need to marry? Huh? Then you don't understand the purpose of a Leela. You don't understand what is Leela. In the Ramcharitarmanas, Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra became Eka Patni Vrata. Sri Sita Ji was Eka Pati Vrata. In the case of Shri Krishna, he is not one Patni Vrata. He's going to go on to marry 16,000 maidens. And how many have not dedicated their soul to him? How many have not done Atma Nivedanam to him? He becomes their master. He becomes their master. When we talk about husband and wife, in the worldly term, it's different from when we talk about the Lord being a husband and Lakshmi Ji being a wife, or Sita Ji being a wife. We have to look what is called bridal mysticism, where the soul communes with the super soul. Jivatma communes with Parmatma. Parmatma. Mother Rukmani represents Atma Nivedanam. And the blessed Lord, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, marries the mother of the world. When you go to Uttar Pradesh, it is all Radha Rani. But if you go to Maharashtra, it's all Rukmini Devi, because Rukmani was a Maharashtrian princess who married Bhagwan Shri Krishna. The next major episode Parikshit is asking for He said, I've heard there was a Brahmin. I heard there was a childhood friend that went and visited Shri Krishna. Please tell me about him. Krishnasyasit sakham kaschida brahmano brahmitam viraktaha indriyartheshu prashantatma jitendriya. Beautiful words are there to describe this noble Brahmin. He was prashant atma. He was jitendriya. He was one who has conquered his senses. He was a super peaceful soul, prashanta atma. We're talking about none other than Sudamaji. He also had an equally noble lady as his wife. An equally noble lady as his wife. Dongreji Maharajji, the great Gujarati commentator and speaker on the Bhagwatam. Dongreji Maharaj, he names Sudama's wife and calls her Sushila. Calls her Sushila. What type of a nari was she? Pativrata patim praham mayata vadanena sam daridra sidamanasa vepamana bhigamyacha. She was a pativrata nari. You often hear about this word pativrata in the Sat Vachan and on the request of the Dulaha that he makes of the Dulhin, on his one request that may she become a pativrata nari, a pativrata nari. There's lots of space in the temple. You can come. You can come. Everyone can kindly move over to this side. If everyone who is seated to the door side, please move over to this side, please. And depends on the speaker's buddhi, depends on the interpreter, depends on the one officiating on that day, depends on their buddhi. That is how they're going to interpret the word pativrata. And sometimes it's not interpreted in its best manner. Some will interpret it as a wife must be subservient to the husband. Wrong. That is not pativrata. I heard one time the wife must not eat before the husband. So what if he comes home at 1 o'clock in the morning? What if he gets stuck on your 401 traffic? What is the wife supposed to do? She's supposed to remain hungry until he walks into the home? Huh? Then you will say she's a pativrata nari. People have lots of praises for Gandhari. Oh, Gandhari was such a pativrata nari. Wrong. She made a huge mistake. Gandhari, you know Gandhari Mahabharat. When she saw that Dhritarashtra was blind, Agar mere pati dunya ko nahi dekh sakte, if my husband cannot see the world, then I have no right to see the world also. She tied her eyes. Wrong. She should have become the pair of eyes her husband did not have. Then maybe the Kauravas would not have turned out so cruel as they did. Think about it. We learn from the Mahabharata. We learn from it. People will say, yes, what a pativrata nari. But she made a huge mistake by doing so. On the Vivah Sanskar, I tell the young lady, the Dulahan, you are to become the pair of ears for your husband. When he does not listen, you will listen for him. When he misses, the little letters, you will see for him. You will look for him. You will speak for him. Pativrata. Remember Kashyap Rishi, what he said about Mother Diti? A wife is the one who aids the husband in accomplishing dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. She occupies half of himself. That is why he could not deny her request when she wanted Kashyapa to embrace her. That episode of Kashyap and Diti. She's a pativrata nari. One day the poor and the afflicted wife of Sudamaji, who was devoted to her husband. Yes, there are women who are devoted to their husband. There are also husbands who are devoted to their wives. I'm reminded of Tulsidas. रहूं कैसे मैं तुमको निहार बिना रे मेरा मन ही न माने तुम्हारे बिना मेरा मन ही न माने तुम्हारे बिना रहूं कैसे मैं तुमको निहार बिना रे मेरा मन ही न माने तुम्हारे बिना. If Tulsi is walking in the bazaar and he sees a nice ordni, he will say, how lovely this will look on my ratna. He will buy it. Every day he will buy her something. There are several husbands who are devoted to their wives. There are several wives who are devoted to their husband. But be very careful. Do not allow it to become an obsession. Do not allow that affection for each other. Where have you been? Who have you been with? Why have you spent so much? Why are you not home? Those questions come out of obsession. An obsession. Bhakti Jano, devotees all, she was a devoted wife. And they were afflicted by what? Daridra Sida Manasa. We cannot deny poverty. We cannot deny that poverty exists in our world. This is why when I see such waste of wealth, it aches and it hurts my heart to see such waste of wealth. The wealthy are inviting the wealthy to have a good time, as if the wealthy cannot afford to have a good time on their own. As if their wealthy friends and colleagues cannot afford to have a good time on their own. It's a sad world we live in when it comes to management of wealth. When it comes to the management of wealth. In the world that we live in today, that man has reached the moon and man is planning what? Space tourism. That you can enter into space for 5 or 10 minutes and return back to earth. No one shelter above their heads. There should be no one. Bhakti Jano. She approaches her husband. You know what she says? Nanu Brahman Bhagavata Sakha Sakshat Shriyapati Brahmanascha Sharanyascha Bhagavan Satarshabham. You know, for a long time you have not visited your friend. She was so afflicted with poverty. You probably could see her veins and could probably see her bones. She have not had a meal for days. That's how poor they were. But she approaches Sudamaji and says, for a very long time you have not visited your friend. Which friend? See how smart she was? She says, your rich friend. You have not visited Lakshmi's husband in a very long time. Sudama got so excited. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Indeed, I've not. But wo Dwarka mein rehte hain na. We are in Sudamapuri. In modern day geography, Porbandar, there's a city called Porbandar. That is, the original name is Sudamapuri. That is where Sudama ji is from. That is also the birthplace of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay? These things I don't believe happens by accident. They don't happen by accidents. And then, mandir aate hai na? You come to temple, but we don't come empty-handed. Because there's so much Bhagwati Maya gives to us. There's so much Bhagwan gives to us. So we bring some apple, we bring some bananas, we bring some store-bought mithai. If it's possible, please make it at home. Okay? And one more favor. When you buy the apples, please peel off the little sticker on it. Okay? Please take off the little sticker on the banana, on the apple, and please wash it. Kam se kam dho lena bhai. Please wash it, put it in a thali. Temple will give you a thali. But we want fruits, don't we? We want the pal. We want the pal. We want the fruits of life. We want the rewards of life to us. Poor Sushila doesn't have anything. Rasoi mein kuch bhi nahi hai. There's nothing. So the good wife does what? She went and she begged the neighbors. She went and she begged the neighbors and she got a few handfuls of dry poha, the poor man's food. In Guyana, we don't really know about poha. but we know about sattva. Maybe in Trinidad also, you know about sattva. When there was a surplus of grains, they would wash them, they will dry them, and they will grind it into a powder, and they will mix the grains together. And that would keep for a very long time. And when they will go to the rice fields, when they would go to the cane fields, when they will go to the farmlands, they will take the sattva with them. If they were wealthy, they had milk. But if they were poor, they take the water from the creek. They will take the fresh water from the creek and they will mix their sattva, and that becomes their meal. That was the poor man's meal. Hamari Sushila ji, she gathers a few handful of poha, she ties it into a bundle, and she gives it to her friend. Chale sham sundar se milne Sudama. चले शाम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा, चले शाम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा, आते जपते मन में हरे कृष्ण रामा, आते जपते मन में हरे कृष्ण रामा, चलने सुदामा। लोटा और थोड़ी कांधे पे लटकाया, चावल के पुतली बगल में दबाया, लोटा और थोड़ी कांधे पे लटकाया, चावल की पुतली बगल में दबाया, पहुंच गए बेप्रद्वारी पूरी धामा, पहुंच गए बेप्रद्वारी का पूरी धामा, चले शाम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा, चले शाम सुंदर से मिलने सुदामा। He's walking from his village to Dwarka, and there the two gatekeepers sees him. कौन है तू? मेरा नाम है सुदामा। क्या काम है? कृष्ण से मिलने आए हो। I've come to meet him. How do you know him? हम बचपन के दोस्त हैं। दोस्त? मित्र है। Rishi Sandipani Ashram, Ujjain में. In Ujjain, the two of us studied together. They're looking at him. न सिर पे है पगड़ी, न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा हो, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा। अरे द्वार पालो कन्हैया से कह दो, अरे द्वार पालो कन्हैया से कह दो, कि घर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है, कि घर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है। कुचैलम मलिनम श्यामम द्विजम धमनी संततम, देवे पर्यचरत साक्षात चमर व्यजनेन वे। Bhagwan, when he heard that Sudama had arrived, it is said that Sri Krishna ran to meet him. Bhagwan ran to meet him और Bhagwan ने गले लगाया. In the episode of the Ramcharitramanas, you have सावधान मुनि कर पुनि शंकर लागे कहन कथा अति सुंदर, कपि उठाई प्रभु हृदय लगावा. Prabhu Sri Ram lifted Hanumanji and hugged him. In this episode, Sudama is embraced, he is hugged by Sri Krishna. He is brought into the palace, he is given Krishna's asan, he is given the throne. Bhagwan summons the queens. They're looking at him. Na sir pe hai pagadi, na mukut hai, na tan pe hai jama. He's not wearing proper clothes. His feet is filled with sores and bunions. Body looks all parched, emaciated, and even the veins were visible. They're thinking, who is this? Ye kaun hai bhai? Ye kaun hai? Bhagwan does what? Bhagwan summons them to bring water. In the Ram avatar, Sri Ramachandra's feet were washed by Kevat. In Krishna avatar, Sudama's feet are going to be washed by Shri Krishna. तीन लोक के स्वामी दौरे अपनी सुध बुध खोए मित्र सुदामा से मिलकर करुणा के सागर रोए. Karuna ke sagar. Who says he doesn't feel? He feels, children. He feels. He also tears. He also tears. As he is pouring the water, washing the foot of Sudama, we are told, Akhananji Maharaj, Dongariji Maharaj, they all said that his tears were falling also. And Bhagwan healed the foot of Sudama. Like I said, it's not the medicine alone that heals our wounds. It's not the medicine alone. It is His grace also that aids in healing us. Who heals our emotion? Fine, if medicine heals our physical wounds, our sicknesses, who heals when people break our heart? Who heals us from such pains? When we have to face the betrayals of life, who heals those pain? Who heals grief? It is Him. This is why He's called Vaidyanath. He's a doctor of doctor. He heals all ailments, and particularly our emotional wounds, our emotional scars. Bhagwan heals it. He's going to sit with Sudama and say, Sudama, mere liye kuch leke aaye ho? See how naughty he is? He knows Sudama is poor, yet he's going to ask Sudama, have you brought something for me? Sudama says, I haven't brought anything. Oh, Sudama, my Bhauji would never send you empty-handed. I love my Bhaujis. Sometimes my Bhaujis takes better care of me than my brothers. Or Bhabis. Bhabis like Ma, na? That's the... He's going to open it. Like I said to you, people call me the singing Pandit. I have no problem with that. I have no issues with that, because I sing His praises. I sing Prabhu's praises. And I grew up listening to bhajans. I said that to you the other night as a teenager, listening to bhajan. And I remember one of them that said, Prabhu ye bandhan kholo mere, आया हूँ मैं द्वारे तेरे. प्रभु खोलो ये बंधन. How many of us are not bound? How many of us don't feel that we are bound, that we are restricted? How many of us don't feel that there don't seem to be progress? What is it that is holding us back to release you from this bondage? Ye bandhan. Sudama is restricted to what? To poverty. Poor and extreme poverty. He has not come with any request. He has not come with any desire. But this poha that was brought has great significance. Bhagwan opened the bundle. He's doing what? Symbolically, he's releasing Sudama from all his bondage. All of his bondage. When he saw what Sudama brought, he was so excited. He was so excited. You have brought my favorite. He begins to eat. The first morsel, we are told, he gave the region above the earth to Sudama. The second morsel he was going to eat, he gave the entire planet to Sudama. He has given it to humanity. He has given it to humanity. The third morsel he was going to consume, Rukmani Satyabhama comes and stops him, mat khao. Why? Because he would give himself and all his queens, he would give everything away to his bhaktas. Bhagwan apne bhakto ke liye, what is he not ready to give you? How much has he not gifted you already? Don't forget what you've enjoyed in the past. Don't forget what you have experienced or what you have gained in the past. Don't forget it. Bhakti Jano. The two of them are going to sit. They're going to reminisce about their childhood days. They're going to speak about the greatness of their Guru. That once when they were lost in the forest, in the dark, stormy night, their Guru went in search for them. When we are genuinely lost in life, when we are lost or pata nahi kis rasta, which path we should take, the Guru comes for us. The Guru. The both of them praise their Guru together. And then it was time for him to go back home. Sudama has to return home, my dear ones. But when he leaves Bhagwan Shri Krishna, he left with the same clothes. Same toned clothes, the same toned dhoti. But now he goes back to his village. Mandir dekh dare, kaha gayo mari, suni chhapari aaye, kanchan mahal kiye Sudama. Mandir dekh dare, Sudama ji, mandir dekh dare. For his house, kaha gayo meri jhopri. My jhopri used to be here, but instead he sees a palace. He sees a beautiful palace. And a lovely lady comes out of the palace with her nice brocade sari, nice beautiful pieces of jewelry, and she bows down to his feet. Sudama says, may you and your husband live long. He did not even recognize his Sushila. I'm not sure if anyone here was ever inflicted with poverty, but there was a time our lives were not as affluent as it is today. We were allowed to drink sweet drinks. In Guyana, we call it sweet drinks. In the US, you call it soda. In Canada, you call it pop. We are allowed to have sweet drinks once a week. And especially when the holiday time comes, you anxiously look forward because that's when you get lots of nice treats. Whatever mother cooked, you had to eat. If you did not eat, you go hungry. Some of my friends, they wore flip-flops to school because that's all they could have afforded. Many of them walked miles. We had a driver. Many of them walked miles to school. In the days of Comrade L.F.S. Burnham, anybody remember him? Who banned dal, who banned aloo. Imagine that, eh? How petty could you be? That you make aloo illegal in a country. Remember those days the children suffered malnutrition and they would have sores on the two sides of their mouth? They used to call it wapia. But that was a sign of malnutrition. That was a sign of... Many of my friends, they come to school like that. Many of those same friends are living in the United States. Many of them are the boss of their companies. Many of them have become materially very successful. Many of them have become spiritually very, very successful. But the one thing when we meet and we talk about the simple days. And they remember their humble days of having an outhouse, not having even indoor plumbing. They remember these things. And in those days, people prayed more. People never knew that there was a place called the United States of America, that they will get a chance to come to the US, they'll get a chance to come to Canada until some relative migrated. Isn't that how it all started? This is how it all started. People were not leaving Guyana and Trinidad to come to the US and Canada for jobs. They were waiting for that one relative to do what? To sponsor the family. That is how my family came to the US. But back then we had so little, but yet we made time for puja. No one went to mandir empty-handed. Back then nobody used to get an entire banana for themselves. They will cut the bike. and you get a piece of banana. Sometimes I think we need to go back to those days, because so much is wasted today. So much is wasted. This is how it was like in Guyana, and maybe Trinidad also, if they had some difficult times. And look where we are today. When Sudama saw Shushila with her silken garb and her jewelry, Sudama has realized, ye kisne kiya? Who has done all of this? Who has made the pauper into a billionaire? Shri Pati, Lakshmi Pati, Shri Nivasa, Shri Govinda has done this. Your wealth, my dear ones, is a blessing from Bhagwan. Enjoy it. Like all blessings, if the devotees were seated by the door, the entrance could please move over, so devotees, when they come in, they have, the path. There's lots of space, lots of space. People took so little, and Bhagwan has gifted them so much. We're not bartering with God, but because we grew up knowing that this is something you have to do. This is something you must do. You don't need to know the significance of it. Because when you start thinking of the significance, then you say, oh man, isn't this bartering with God that I give you banana and you give me billions? Or I give you sweet and you give me gold? No, this is just an act of offering. An act of offering. It's not bartering with God. So don't ever think when someone brings some things to offer to Bhagwan that they want something from him. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur ma te sangvastva karmani. The blessed Sri Krishna says, no noble act goes unrewarded. Wealth changes people, but in the case of Sudama, he remains the same. Sudama is not affected by his wealth. He is a Dhananjaya. He is one who has conquered even wealth. Wealth is not going to corrupt him. And he does what? He goes on chanting Bhagwanji's name and says, all I need from him, hame Bhagwan ka pyar chahiye. I want his love. I want his friendship. I want to be in service of him. I want to do seva in his honor. This is what Sudama asks for. This comes to us in book 10 of the Bhagavatam. In book 11 of the Bhagavatam, things change. The age of Kali is approaching. The age of Kali. You have a group of young men who dressed up one of their friends like a girl. They wrapped a lot of fabric around her abdomen. They covered his face. They dressed him like a girl. They took him before a host of legendary personalities, legendary sages. And they're going to mock the sages. Have we not learned the consequences from Jaya and Vijaya? The consequences from Jaya and Vijaya's ignoble act towards the Sanat Kumaras. You don't mock the God-conscious ones. You don't mock those who live a life of God, for God, and by God, of Bhagwan, for Bhagwan, by Bhagwan. There's nothing to mock about them. Nothing to make fun of. They go to the sages, something very, very childish, but very serious consequences. What gender of a baby will our friend give birth to? The sages knew exactly what they were. Sometimes you can see through people's intentions, can't you? Duryodhana ki meva tyage saga vidurad ghar khaye. Bhagwan knew the intention behind Duryodhana's feast. He knew the intention. So he chose not to accept Duryodhana's feast. Sometimes you can see through what people are trying to do, what they're trying to do. And they told the boys, when you will undress your friend Samba, you will find a mortar. You will find that pestle, that mortar and pestle that we know about. You will find this long rod, this iron rod that will be the cause of your kul's destruction. They got so scared. Because when they undressed their friend, this is what they found. They found this pestle. And then, of course, the one thing we human beings think, we can do whatever we want in this world. We can mess it up as much as we want, and then take all of our garbage and throw it into the sea. That the sea has this ability, to to take care of all of our waste products. They chopped up the pestle into pieces, they ground it into a powder, and they threw it into the sea. Just like the modern world today, all of our garbage goes into the sea. There are places, probably in your childhood days in Guyana, you would have gone for a swim. You would have played. You go back, now still love very much in Guyana, is the Mahaika Creek and the Maikoni Creek. Beautiful dark waters, Panditji. Beautiful dark waters like the Yamuna. Just like the Yamuna, my dear ones. मीठे रस से भरियोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे, मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे, मीठे रस से भरियोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे, मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे। वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसाने की छोरी, व्रज धाम राधा झूठी रजधानी लागे, रजधानी लागे, मन कारो कारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। Treat this, let us not destroy this precious earth that we have and our waters. Bhakti Jano, they threw all the pieces into the sea thinking, well, everything is gone. But it has also taken to a life of drinking. They have already taken to a lascivious way of life. Bhagwan summons Uddhav, says, Uddhavji, time is coming very soon for me to return to my divine abode. It is here that Uddhav begs him not to leave. But Bhagwan is going to give Uddhav ek sandesh that is called the Uddhav Gita. The Uddhav Gita is very small, but it's very significant. This is Bhagwan's quote-unquote concluding message before he returned back to his divine abode. In the Uddhav Gita, he's going to speak about Bhakti, the greatness of Bhakti. Bhakti is not learning mantras alone, puja alone. Bhakti is adopting a way of life that is God-centered. That everything you do becomes worship to Him. This is why even if we unknowingly offend someone, if we unknowingly, many times we knowingly do it, you should say, I'm sorry. If you're a God-conscious individual, I am sorry. Those three words are so beautiful. And it sets the pace for life to move on. I am sorry. Bhakti Jano, devotees all, Bhagwan speaks about Bhakti and the greatness of Bhakti. The greatness of Bhakti. But it is adopting a devotional way of life. It is adopting a Bhakti way of life where God is the center point of your life. The center point of your life. And then he's going to speak about Bhagwan Dattatreya. Bhagwan Dattatreya is Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva combined. And Bhagwan Dattatreya is going to speak about 24 Guru. Prithvi, Vayura, Shamapur, Agni, Chandrama, Ravi, Kapoto, Ajgara, Sindhu, Patango, Madhukrita, Gajam, Madhuha, Harino, Meena, Pingala, Koror, Bhashakam, Kumari Sharakrita Sarpa Urnabhi Supeshkrita. Bhagwan Dattatreya is going to speak about 24 gurus. People often ask, how many gurus can you have? Gurus come in three categories: the Diksha Guru, the Vidya Guru, the Satguru. Diksha Guru becomes one who gives you your mantra. Satguru becomes one who links your soul to the Supreme Soul. I'm not talking about Jagi Vasudev, okay? When I say Satguru, I'm not talking about that Jagi Vasudevji. Satguru, one who links you to truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi, the Supreme. But in between, Diksha Guru and Satguru, there is a Vidya Guru, and they can be innumerable in numbers. We learn from so many, don't we? We learn from so many. And Bhagwan Dattatreya is going to say, my first Guru is the earth. It's this beautiful Prithvi. It is this beautiful Prithvi. What have we learned from Prithvi, my dear ones? What can we learn from the earth? We learn tolerance. The earth bears the burden of the good. The earth bears the burden of the bad. We learn generosity. Ye dharti humko kya kya nahi dete. What and what does this earth not give? She gives and she gives and she gives. Puja Guruji would say, children, learn to become a giver. Learn to become a giver, to give. The next one is Vayu. Vayu is pure. Air has no scent. Isn't that true? It is odorless. Air is odorless. When air comes in contact with a gulab, when air comes in contact with chameli, it picks up that sweet fragrance. And when air comes in contact with something that is rottening, it picks up that foul scent. That is satsang and that is kusang. Man, you're like air. Depending who I come in contact with, those qualities I'm going to be influenced by. I'm going to be influenced by. The air is my guru. Who else is my guru? The sky is my guru. The sky teaches me. Now Bhagwan has no beginning. My Bhagwan has no middle. My Bhagwan has no end. He's Purana Purushottama. He's a Purana Purushottama. I've learned from Jal, Pani. The sage is like water because he is free from all impurities. Gentle in nature. And while speaking, he creates a beautiful vibration like the flowing of water. You have gone to Banaras, you have gone to Rishikesh. Please don't go to Rishikesh alone to watch Paramat Niketan's Ganga Aarti. Go and sit by the Ganga. Just go and sit there by yourself, and you will hear her speaking to you. You will hear her speaking to you. To some people, Mano tume Ganga mahu, na manu tu behta pani. Some people again cannot comprehend us entering into a river and saying prayers and doing worship. So they see it just as another river. But we know who she is. Ganga Ganga hai, Ganga Ma hai, Ganga Ram hai, Ganga Ram Bhakti hai. Puchhe Raghupati Katha Prasanga Sakala Loka Jagapavani. Ganga, Ganga Ram Katha hai. And for these 7 days, Bhagirati Bhagwat has been flowing here. Just as how water refreshes and rejuvenates, Katha also does the same. Katha also does the same. Water is my guru. Fire is my guru. Agni. Agni Chandrama hi Ravi. Fire is my guru. In the fire we say, Om Prajapataye Sevan Sarvebhyo Pitribhyo Swadha. You know? The same fire accepts the offering for the Devis and Devatas. The same fire accepts the offering to the mains, to the Pitris. Fire remains the same. It accepts the good, it accepts the bad, it accepts all the fresh ingredients that we'll put together and make samagri, and it also accepts our corpse. It accepts our dead, but fire still remains the same. It does not change. We have to learn to accept the good and the bad in life. He says, Chandrama Ravi. I have learned from the moon. When it is full moon, everybody comes to temple. He Satya Narayan Swami, Hamare Dukh Haro, Tera Par Karo, Tera bera paar karo. Full moon night, everybody comes to the temple. Everybody sits on their porch, they sit on their lanai, and they will watch the full moon. They adore the full moon. After that, what happens? It wanes away. It goes away. It goes away. And then suddenly, after a fortnight, it starts coming back again. That is the coming and going of life, children. You must be willing to accept that things are changing for better in our life. The moon teaches us to keep this balance. Ma Bhagwati, Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta. She, Shailaputri, she took a sankalpa that she has to what? She has to win the hand of Bhagwan Shankar in marriage. So her sankalpa, she is firm in her sankalpa. Shailaputri, firm like the mountain, unshakable like the mountain. That is Shailaputri. She becomes Brahmacharini. She's ready to go through the test. She's ready to do the necessary discipline. And among the disciplines is the control of the mind. Chandraghanta, she who is adorned with the crescent moon. We learn from the moon to keep a steady mind. Ravi is Surya Deva. What and what can we not learn from Surya Bhagwan? And I beg people, there's some people who take delight. They take joy in plundering people's life in darkness. They take joy, in plundering your life in darkness. Don't become one such individual. Bring light to people's life. Bring light like the rays of Surya. Wherever it goes, it dispels darkness. Bala samera vibhaksha liyota batinahu loko bhayo andhiyaru. Hanumanji from an early age, we are told, went after the sun in the sky. Are ye phal hai kya? What is this? Is it a fruit? Yes, Hanumanji, it's a fruit. What is that fruit? Gyaan. Light is knowledge. From infancy, Hanumanji went seeking that Gyaan. He went seeking that knowledge. Light has always been associated with knowledge. Darkness has always been associated with ignorance. With ignorance. I have learned from Ravi. Who else I have learned from? Just briefly, very quickly, to tell you, my dear ones, some of the gurus of Bhagwan Dattatreya. You have the python, Ajgar. The python only eats as much as its body requires. He doesn't eat less, and he doesn't eat more. My Guruji would say in the Mahabharata, there's a comical episode that talks about burping. Right? The body has made space. Wrong. Wrong. And all of us knows the harmful effect of overeating, particularly eating all the wrong things. He has learned from the python contentment. He only eats as much as it needs. You have the honeybee. Honeybees, they move from flower to flower and they extract the sweetness. But they're so selfish. These honeys are so selfish. They move from place to place and they collect this amrit. But they go back and put it in their hives. And you dare not approach a beehive, or else you're going to be what? Because there comes the beekeeper. The beekeeper comes with the machan. The beekeeper comes with that stick with the fire on it and burns all the bees away and takes away everything that they have collected. So you see, there was one individual, Pandit, he died of starvation. He died of starvation. And the gentleman had millions of dollars in his bank account. When the family went to clear his bank account, they found so much of wealth. Why are we hoarding this wealth? Lakshmi has to move. She has to go and she has to come. She has to go and she has to come. Yes, I know we have to save for rainy days. The bees, they were hoarding their nectar, and the beekeeper comes and does what? Takes everything away from them. Takes their liquid gold away from them. I have learned from the honey. I have learned from the honey thief. I have learned from those fine little insects. long ago, every home had a hand lamp. We call it a hand lamp, a kerosene lamp. Or when the lights would go off for some time, not hours, but days, you light candles. But you would leave one lighting at night when we go to sleep. In the morning when you wake up and you come, you see all little flies have died around the fire. We are so attracted to the bright lights of this world that we forget how much danger is lurking there. You learn this also from Gajendra's Katha. Gajendra did not know what dangers are out there. Be very careful. It's a lovely episode to read, to go through the 24 gurus. There was a young lady. Young ladies love to wear bangles. Yeah? And when these bangles cling against each other, you know, they could be quite annoying. You know? Because, you know, the more bangles she wears, it seems like the more she wants to move her hand. You know? And it's very distracting. This young lady had many bangles, and she was doing her household chores. But then she realized, I'm being distracted with this many bangles. So she took all of them off, and she wore only one on each hand. What is that? Ekant. But when you're in ekant, when you're in solitude, you are in peace. Many of us, at times, we play the radio to its loudest volume, cleaning the house. But many of us know that when you take all the sounds off, we become more productive. We become much more productive in silence. Please read the 24 gurus of the Bhagavatam. I don't know how you identify yourself. मैं एक ब्राह्मण हूँ, मैं एक शूद्र हूँ, मैं सिख हूँ, मैं ईसाई हूँ. I'm a Gnostic. Gnostic means a disbeliever, someone who doesn't believe in God. I don't know how you identify yourself. You have that right to identify yourself. ठीक है? Which community you belong? Agarwal community, Banya community, Brahman Samaj. Which Brahman Samaj you belong to? Iyengar, Iyer. My God, how many ways do we not have to identify ourselves? Bhagwan is going to tell Uddhava, regardless how you identify yourself, this is your prescribed duty. Ahimsa satyam asteyam kama krodha lobhatam bhuta priya hiteya cha dharmo ayam sarva varnikaha. Sarva varnikaha, for all of humanity, Bhagwan says, non-violence. We should practice ahimsa. Don't hurt anyone. Truthfulness. Be truthful. Never take what doesn't belong to you. Free yourself from lust, from anger and greed. Sabake priya sabake hitakari bhuta priya hite ahacha. Do that which is pleasant for your fellow mankind. One time I was listening to a speaker and I was a bit disheartened. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm thinking, what is she problem now? You know, went on to say if somebody opens a door, you have to say thank you. If somebody, you know, does somebody ever for you, you say thank you. What is the need to say thank you? I said in my mind, I really would like to give her a lesson on the 16 qualities of Sri Ram. One of the 16 qualities of Sri Ram is to be grateful. To extend gratitude. Isn't this what he did? Bharat bhai kapi se urin hum nahi. Bharat bhai, subhuman. Call them a subhuman caste. The Vanaras. Why should I give thanks to them? They were following my command. They were following my rule. I am human. It's natural for them to do what I tell them. Bhagwan didn't have to say thank you to them. But isn't that what Sri Ram did? Sri Ram tells Bharat how precious Hanumanji is to him, how precious the Vanaras are to him. This is the one whom we want to emulate. This is the one who is setting the example for us. This is the role model The role model is Sri Ramachandra. Sri Ramachandra says, say thank you. Say thank you. ठीक है? Bhakti Jano, free yourself from lust, anger, greed. Do that which is pleasing and good to all living beings, Bhagwan says. हम न सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण. Start thinking, what can I do for others? Little bit. You start a little bit. What can I do to bring joy, to bring good, to bring happiness to others? We can't think about ourselves all the time. You become self-centered. And remember what I said, you want to live a life that is God-centered. A life that is Krishna-centered. Bhakti Janu, Bhagwan gives this message to Uddhava, and he's going to send Uddhava to Badrinath. He's going to send Uddhava to Badrinath. When you go to Badrinath, Uddhavji's murti is in that temple. Very sacred place for us Hindus. Bhagwan sends Uddhava away after giving him the Uddhav Gita. There was a hunter by the name of Jada. Jada was a fisherman. He caught a fish, he opened the fish, and he found a piece of metal inside the fish. He takes this metal, makes it the tip of his arrow, and he goes out hunting. Musalava sheshaya khandakrite sharvalabdhako jara mrigasya karam tacharanam divya dhama mrigashankayam. Jara the hunter, my dear ones, took this piece of metal, which is a piece of metal from that pestle which they found when they unwrapped Samba, and the shrap was given. The Yadukul Vamsha, the Yadu Vamsha, whom Sri Krishna is a part of also. He appeared in the Yadukul Vamsha. This applies to him also. One day we are told, Ajanata kritamidam papena madhusudanam hantumarasihi papasya uttama shlokaminagham. Bhakti Janu, our dear Jada is going to do what? Our dear Jada, Bhagwan is bracing against the people tree. All of this takes place in Prabhas Kshetra in Gujarat. To this day, there's a beautiful temple that is built on the spot. Okay? Bhalka Tirth. And there, Bhagwan bracing against the people tree with his one leg, with his one foot over the other, and shaking back and forth his toe. Jada, thinking it to be the ear of a deer, he shoots the Lord. Bhagwan gets hit in his toe. Right there and then, Bhagwan appears as whom? Sakshat Vishnu Bhagwan. Bhagavan Pitamaha Viksha Vibhutiratmano Vibho Sanjogyatmani Chatmanam Padmanitranamilayate. Bhagavan Pitamaha, the same Shri Krishna who appeared in the dark jail cell before Devaki and Vasudev, who commanded Vasudev to take him across the Yamuna, whose celebration was held in the home of Nanda, Baba and Mother Yashoda, who was given the name Krishna by Gargacharya, who delivered a lady called, the demoness called Putana, who performed his many Bal Leelas, Makhanchor, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, that Shri Krishna who danced on the hood of Kaliya, that Shri Krishna who swallowed fire and saved the Braj, that Krishna who lifted the Govardhana, that Krishna who stole the clothing of the gopis, that Krishna who multiplied himself and danced with the gopis, that Shri Krishna who exited Gokul and went to Mathura and enthroned Ugrasena as the king of Mathura, that Krishna who sent Uddhava to bring comfort to the gopis, that Krishna who married Mother Rukmani, that Shri Krishna whom Parikshit Maharaj, who welcomed the poor Brahmin and made him into a billionaire, Sudama, that Krishna who you saw in your mother's womb. that Krishna का मुखरा जो आपने माँ के पेट में देखा, माँ के गर्भ में देखा, that Krishna now is going to ascend to his divine realm. We are told, Vavrishya pushpavarshani vimana valitarnabha kurvanti samkulam rajan bhaktya paramaya yutaham. The devatas showered flowers onto the scene. We are told the celestial Gandharvas played their divine instruments. They sang, the Apsaras sang, the Kinnaras, they all danced because Bhagwan is ascending. Bhagwan, hamare Jara falls at his feet. Jara, you are meant for this task. I wrote this play, Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Vyasu. I wrote this play. I know every scene. I know the outcome of every prasanga. I know everything. And you're all a part of this play. I wrote this play. I acted also in this play. And I am going to conclude the play. Ye Bhagwan. Only he has this ability, my dear ones, to conclude the Leela. To conclude. Come to me, O Jara. Jara is welcomed into Shri Krishna. And Bhagwanji, my dear one, slowly he ascends back to his divine realm. Prem solo Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki. I said to you, a bhakta can live without a husband. Wherever the Bhagwat is recited, you feel the emotions. Nigamakalpataro ragalitam phalam shuka mukhadamrita darvasam yutam. Pibata Bhagavatam, you drink the nectar. Mohoroho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. It awakens us. It awakens something in us. Or else, Panditji, nobody would have been coming session after session. Bhaktas, Parikshit Maharaj is asked, are you afraid of death? Samay aa gaya. The time has come. You're sitting in the hospital. You're seeing the lines on the machine. The heart rate is slowing, slowing, slowing. Tears are in your eyes. You're choked with emotion. Tirambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti varadhanam. You start chanting Mahamrityunjay mantra. You know? But we ask the one who is dying, are you afraid? Parikshit Maharaj says, I am not afraid of Takshak, neither am I afraid of any other agencies of Yama, any other agencies of death. I am I'm in communion with the Supreme. Everyone left, my dear ones. Everyone left Parikshit Maharaj by himself. The serpent, Takshak, is slithering its way towards Parikshit Maharaj. We are told the great saints tried to prevent it from happening. But at the beginning of this Katha, I said to you, success is not guaranteed. Happiness is not guaranteed continuously. But death is guaranteed. Death is guaranteed. Hamare Parikshit Maharaj is in deep contemplation. Takshaka comes. Takshaka makes its hood. Takshaka hisses and stunts the body of Parikshit Maharaj. Hahakaru, hahakaru mahanasi bhuvi ke dikshu sarvataham vismitaya bhavan sarve devasur naradaya. Hahakaru, everyone cried and they wailed. The grandson of Arjuna is no longer. The son of Mother Uttara and Abhimanyu is no longer there. The great-grandson of Mother Kunti, the heir to the throne of Hastinapur. How much do people not wail and how much do they not cry? But something happens. Devadundu bhayo nedur gandharvapsaraso jugah vavrishya pushpavarshani vibhudha sadhuvadinaha. Suddenly you hear the divine instruments being played. You hear the celestial musicians are playing on their instruments. Flowers is being scattered on the scene. Guruji tells us, Janna chate ho kyun? Do you know why flowers is being scattered on the scene from the divine realm, from the upper region? Before Takshaka stung the body of Parikshit, Parikshit was already gone. ये एक मुक्ति प्रदान ग्रंथ है. यही है श्रीमद् भागवत जी. It is a book that will grant you liberation. This is the greatness of this Bhagwat Mahapurana. All Takshak did was to reduce his body of heap of ashes. But by listening to Shukadev Mahamuni, the celebrated son of Veda Vyasji, you may think you are not dying. And this is Shukadev's, this is Parikshit's Katha. The next 7 hours is not guaranteed for us. The next 7 days is not guaranteed for us. Pal pal beeta jai re manav, pal pal beeta jai. Samay jo beeta gaya hai bandhu, kabhi na wapas aaye. It will never come back again. Dhanya ho Pandav Parivar. There's certain families that are worthy to be given praises. I don't believe the royal family of England deserves praises. They invented slavery. They robbed, they pillaged, they murdered to get what they want. They took the wealth from the land of Sri Ram, they took the wealth from the land of Sri Krishna to build what you call Europe today. I have no praises for them. I won't be disrespectful, but I have praises for the Pandav Parivar. How can we not praise the Pandav Parivar when Arjuna got down to his knees in chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagwan ne dunya ko Bhagavad Gita diya. Arjuna gave us the Bhagavad Gita, and when Parikshit took the dead snake and put it around Samik Rishi, we get Bhagwat Mahapuran. Two beautiful texts comes from the Pandav Parivar. Dhanya ho. Dhanya ho Shri Vrindavan Dhaam, Jai Durga Society. Dhanya ho Pandit Damodar Sharma ji, our respected Pandit jis. The other Bhai Sahab who is responsible for our meals downstairs. You know, Sean calls him the lifeline of this temple also. Please forgive me, I'm lost for names. But I want to thank him, I want to thank our Panditjis for accommodating the bhaktas when they came for puja and for their hospitality. Bahut bahut dhanyavad. To all of you for coming for 7 days to listening to Bhagavatam, I thank you. I conclude by telling you I'm not a scholar, I'm still a student at the age of 51. I still learn from the great ones. I am one to bless you, but you're hundreds to bless me, as long as I may live to carry this message of grace and faith wherever I go. Yata shakti, yata mati. 20 plus years of a bond of friendship with this beautiful community. I look forward, if destiny permits, for 20 years more, to see this institution grow. We go through our challenges, no doubt. Challenges brings out the best in us. It brings out our abilities. We need challenges. From the Devi Mandir to Shri Vrindavan Dhaam. And the last time I was there, I said to Panditji, you will have a place where you can sit with the congregation to lead in prayers. And here we are, Mata Rani ke charnon mein. She brought you right back to herself. She brought all of you right back to herself. I look forward, next time I come to Toronto, the project will be starting very soon. The crowning of the temple with its shikhar. Please give your support, please give your blessings. It is very much needed. Happy to see these wonderful institutions in our community. And now, I want to thank my musicians, Ravin Dayalji, your very own Ravinji, and Ryan for accompanying me. I don't know where Sean is. Sean is the one tickling the dhantal most of the night. Thank you, Sean. Happy to see your mom here. You call her Kalauti. I used to call her Kalavati, because Kalauti is short for Kalavati. Kalavati is one of the characters of Satnarayan Vrat Katha. I'm remembering Uncle Amar very much, because he would have been here sitting with his chimta. He would have been here sitting, playing the chimta. He's the one who would play the chimta. But all of us know the coming and going of life. He may have exited, but I think you and Devin, and with Sean and Sharmila, we're waiting for Rishi. Okay? One exited, but 5 has entered. God is not unjust. Bhagwan is not unjust. That's the coming and going in life. And I'm happy to see that these children of community and West Indian community, I'm going to say the Hindu community, please get your children involved in the Bal Vikas classes. Please don't make excuses for them. The seed that you plant in them today is the fruit they're going to enjoy later in their life. You know what is star apple? You know what is a star apple? It's a very delicious fruit. And there's one lady in the Port Morant market who brings out star apple this size. And people will wait for her arrival. She comes from Blackbush Polder. And she brings pails and pails of star apple to sell. And of course, I am in line. Right? She said, you know, my father planted these trees when we were little. We had acres of land. And my father planted these star apple trees. And we didn't know why. She's a lady in her 60s now. She says, now I know. Today I make my living off of selling these fruits. So what you invest in your children now, they're going to reap, my dear ones, at some point in their life. I ask you now to join with me as we chant 2 shlokas of the Bhagavatam. These are the 2 last shloka of the Bhagavatam. Bhave bhave yatha bhakti padayostava jayate tatha kurushva devesha nathastvam no yatah prabho Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukha Shamanastam Namami Harim Param He Shri Hari Bhave bhave yatha bhakti. In however many births I may have to take, Prabhu, may love for your lotus feet, may bhakti for your lotus feet sprout in my heart. In every birth I may have to take, O Shri Hari. I salute you, Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. The easiest way, the most simplest way to commune with you, Nama Sankirtanam, whose name is the easiest way to wipe out all sins. My respectful salutations to you, Prabhu, the one who alleviates the suffering of everyone. Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Shri Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Shri Hari Sharanam. Sita Ram Sharanam, Sham Sharanam, Sham Sharanam, Sham Sharanam, Radhe Sham Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Shri Hari Sharanam, Ram Sharanam, Ram Sharanam, Ram Sharanam, Sita Ram Sharanam, Sham Sharanam, Sham Sharanam, Sham Sharanam, Radhe Sham Sharanam. Yatra Yogeshwarah Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurdharah Tatra Shirvajayo Bhutir Druvani Tirmatir Mama. Prem Solo Bhagwat Bhagwan Ki Jai. We'll meet again, my dear ones, Bhagwat Kirpasi, in satsang from time to time. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna to all of you.
Yes.
And it is exactly 12 noon. Thank you.
बोलिए सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। श्री Devotees, we were listening very, very beautiful Katha. 7 days. Of course, we call this 7 days, but really 7-8 hours. 7 days means 7 days. But within these 7, 8, 10 hours, whatever he delivered the Katha, this is called priceless. Behalf of the Mandir, reminded me again, the thank you. The wordings we have, as I said many times, we know with each other almost 20, 21 years. Long journey. 4, 5 years before when we did the Katha, and our hope was, okay, let's do something better, or maybe soon as much as we can. By the grace of Ma Bhagavati Paramba Jagajanni, when he enters in the unit there, then he saw one name was written there. But then the name was Sri Vrindavan Dhaam. Then Panditji, he asked Sean, what is this? What is the Vrindavan Dhaam? Then when he enters inside, then he see the name is given for this charity, this organization was Sri Vrindavan Dhaam. And in the Vrindavan Dhaam, after coming there, if we did not listen the Katha of the Narayan Bhagwan, Sri Krishna, then what is the benefits? We are blessed to have a very beautiful place where the Ma Bhagavati Paramba Jagat Janni. Even when we go visit the Vrindavan, the first deity you will see from the far, far away is the divine. Today we have enough space where we can accommodate each and every one of you. But I sometimes, as Panditji also mentioned in his Katha time, please come forward. But I don't know why we sit down near the exit. We have to come, welcome. We have to come near the entrance, close to the Bhagwan. Don't squeeze yourself near the exit, please. Then feel free, feel comfortable, come forward, sit down close to the Bhagwan, and then we will see his blessings also. And of course, the one another thing Panditji was saying in his Katha, we need to be or call ourselves only Hindus, Sanatanist only. Do not divide yourself, Indian, West Indian, Gujarati, South Indian, this one, that one, that one, then we will never make any progress. When the question comes about the Hindus, then please, please stand together. Only then we will be able to make lots of progress. We all know this one, should not say the names, but other communities, when the name comes for their dharma, then it doesn't matter where they are, they always come together. And in each and every place, wherever you go now, how much progress, how many churches, how many mosques, and how many others they build. But we are still sticking only one place. Then please, please, forget from where we came. That's Bhagwan, he chose us to born there. But when the question comes for the Hindus, then please come together and support this Sanatana Dharma. Thank you very much. We did not beg since long. We did not ask any money. By the grace of Bhagwan, we are doing good. But as I mentioned 2-3 days before, our major project for the Dome, Shikhar, is going to start very soon, within a week or so. Our cost was for that one before around $75,000, which one, by the grace of Bhagwan, we able to manage. But today now, when we're starting, because of the project, because of the laws, because of the whatever the permits, requirements needed, cost gone double. Then how we can help with each other? We know we don't have the cash maybe today. We did not bring the check, but we always have our credit cards. Am I right? Then we have the machine. Before you go, then please make your donation, whatever, towards to the domes. Yes, I know. But Thali's time are also not that great these days. You're able to collect $1,000 or $1,500. That doesn't serve that much purpose. But better to use your credit cards now. There, please do your best. But again, by the grace of Parmatma, as we conclude to the 7 days, I really appreciate for your cooperation, for your help, for your support. Nanda and Keshav, thank you very much for sponsoring, taking part to this puja. Before we conclude, we have little part to play here while we making the offerings. Pandit ji, Swasti Vaji.
अक्षो अरिष्टाने मे स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ब्रह्मजज्ञानां पूरमं पुरस्ता द्विषीमतः सुरुचोभ्येन आवः सबुदना उपमा अस्य विष्टाः सदस्तजो निमसदश्च विवाह षडंगादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति षडंगादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति गुरुरंगिपद में मनश्चिन्नलग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं। महाराज की जय।
Next year, please keep the dates open. Then we will listen again to Sri Bhagwat Mahapuran Katha. Thank you very much. I think Keshav was saying his one family member will take 2 minutes to say a few words. Then we will conclude by performing final arati. Please give 2 more minutes as his family members, his Chachaji want to say a few words. Thank you.
Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahm Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya Brahma Shashwat Jagat Brahm Vedant ke Anusar Gyaan. Sriman Vyas Ji, our in-house Pandit, Sriman Damodar Ji, and other Pandits. I want to congratulate my nephew, Kesh, and his Dharma Patni, Nanda, and the family for being our host today in this mandir, sponsoring. Kesh and Nanda has been very, very dedicated to this mandir, and I applaud them, and I ask you to give them a big round of applause for their efforts. My dear family and friends, I don't have time enough to remind you that we are all sons and daughters of the great Vedic rishis of yore. There was a time when India was the Vishwa Guru. Today, India perhaps is the Vishwa Bandhu, but it might get there again to become the Vishwa Guru. I ask especially all the young people that are here to study. There is no greater power under the sun like the power of knowledge. To know our scriptural texts and to be proud as a Hindu. No matter what part of the world we may come from, be proud as a Hindu. But we can only show that pride and share it with others in mainstream society when we can properly vocalize and share the values. And you know something? Dharma has that solution. If only humanity can embrace Dharma. There are two friends all of us, the whole of humanity should have. One is Dharma and one is Karma. You will be separated from all the friends that you have in this mortal existence, but these two friends is always with you. I would like to conclude by chanting from the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where according to Sanjaya, Arjun said these words. Om Guru Rahatva Hi Mahanubhavan Sreyo Bhuktum Bhakshyamapi Haloke Hatvart kamanstu guru nihaiva. Hatvart kamanstu guru nihaiva. Bhunjiya bhogan sudhir pradigdhan. Bhunjiya bhogan sudhir pradigdhan. My dear family, the extrapolation and the import of this slok, this dandak slok, is that when good people become absent in a home, the good values move away from that home. When good people become absent in a society, the good values also become reduced and move away. And when good values are in the decline in a society, then that society is also moving in the direction of chaos. Always try to be good, and really and truly, we don't have to tell Hindus to be good. We're always good. But this goodness must be supported with a kind of assertiveness, a kind of a strength, a kind of a pushback. You know, we talk about the greatness of Sri Ram, but very seldomly we talk about the valiant nature and behavior of Sri Ram to defend Vedic Sanatan Dharma. Shruti patpalak dharma dhurandar gunatit aru bhoga purandhar. There was no greater defender for justice and dharma like Sri Ram. Prem Salo Bolo Sri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki jai. And Keshananda, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Devotees, just want to remind you, please give your support to the mandir, help the Sanatana Seva as we all perform together. Mandir open every day, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. And satsangs, you can visit our website, or every Sunday we come here also, and all other services also. Then give your support, sponsor any satsang, bhajan, kirtan you like to sponsor. Bhagwan's blessings, and once again, behalf of our devotees, thank you, Vyasji. And of course, we will see other temples, other programs also, but in this special place, we will see how soon you will give us date. That's up to you. But thank you very much. As we conclude, let's stand up please for Aarti. Thank you.
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। श्री भागवत भगवान की है अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। हरि गान यही वरदान यही, हरि गान यही वरदान यही, जग के मंगल की आरती। पापियों को श्री भागवत भगवान की है आरती। ये शांति पीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। ये शांति पीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, बनाने वाला। ये मधुर बोल बोल श्री राम यही, घनश्याम यही, श्री राम यही, घनश्याम यही, प्रभु की महिमा की श्री भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से उतारती। जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय दीनानाथ हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के अवगुण क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जो प्यारे फल पावे, दुख दिन से मन का स्वामी, दुख दिन से मन का, सुख संपत्ति धन आवे, धन लक्ष्मी घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहूँ किसकी, स्वामी शरण गहूँ किसकी, परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, जगत पिता जगदीश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं मूरख खल कामी, मैं सेवक प्रभु स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम हो एक यगोचर,
सर्वं मम देव देव, कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं, संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं, सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे, भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि, भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके, शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी, नारायणी नमोस्तुते। देवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वग, शान्ति शान्तिरेव, शान्ति साम शान्तिरेधि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। अभी आप सभी बैठ जाएंगे प्लीज। हैव ए bow down please everyone. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोले सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। अभी आप सभी आरती ले लेंगे प्लीज। एवरीबॉडी टेक आरती. After Aarti, Chanavat and Prasadam, those who did not get the chance to bow down, make your offerings, you can do so. And once again, thank you for coming and joining with us. Bhagwan bless you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Okay, okay. Yes, 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 yes.
Namaste.
Oh, geez, cousins, yes.
Usually on the final day, Namaste. Typically on the final day, you would receive Vyasji's